Greetings, this is Freener Reenamentra. I welcome you to my recap of the 80th episode of Critical Role Campaign 3 Saga of the Bells Hells. Hmm. Well, I've once again returned because of the season been able to shoot from a fan favored background. And with that brief notification, let's jump right in. It starts out with the ad reads, starting with as always with Sam's little ad read when he's available, which this case being a NordVPN ad, where he goes through. Not only does he talk about all the virtues of NordVPN, but he even takes a lie detector test to make sure we know he's telling the truth, including some tests. And of course, everything that he says about it ends up true, and everything else he says is usually false. Like as the tests, so they start out with a uh, how often he showers. Like he starts with like I shower every day. Nope. Twice a no. 3 times a nope. Stuff like that. His weekly schedule. So other things too, and all those things. If you want to know more, you'll have to uh, 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 go to Twitch, or if it's late enough, or if it's been enough time since the actual episode aired, go to the link in the description and to see the actual video. Other than that, they had an ad for Asgard's Wrath 2. And announcement that Candela Obscura rules are now on uh, Roll20, the online D&D playing game, playing site. They announced that they have in a partnership with Universe. Uh, her have added 2 new decks to Universe. A Vox Machina set featuring the twins, uh, and a Vex Vax, and a Mighty Nine set containing the detectives, Jester and Not. And once with that over, we enter the actual episode, starting with the intro and recap. And if you're watching this and stuff, you probably already know what's been going on. Past episodes, they're having a retreat to gain their teamwork in the Feywild. Provided as thought by F.C.G and Nanamori, but though Nanamori erased the memory of their planning from F.C.G so he could participate. They've and go through 3 different things to help them heal. heal. Like they've gone through one for community for honesty and communication, and with each trial they've earned. If they succeed, they've earned a new magical item specifically from her collection. Which, knowing Faye, that's really a good gesture on her part. All right, so far the honesty has where they tell troops to find the item, help reveal the item, get them the monocle of true essence, and the honesty thing where they and the trust the communication one where they guide a blinded party members through a path, an elevated path, and not go into a black abyss there, which was rather successful as only one of them did and was brought back, of course. Thankfully, the 2 of them already previously succeeded, allowing to make shows they she allowed one makeup thing though with no safety net. Whoever fell down would have actually died. Mhm. But but they made it and attained the scarf of, I forget what the scarf's called. Which brings us to where we are now. The final one, the one they specifically asked to do last because it's the one that they're really hurting on after her Ashton's actions at the ziggurat. What? They are to look in a series room in which three ivory branches are hidden. Like, or more accurately to say, an ivory branch split into three pieces is, and they must locate each piece. However, there's a twist. Among two of their party will be a switch with doppelgangers who will be attempting to sabotage their efforts, and now we know that they'll be specifically trying to destroy the sticks before. But if they succeed in getting all the sticks without them being destroyed, they must place them all in the pool in the center of the ruins. So also, it mentions that along with the doppelgangers, there's also many traps along the way, and also actual denizens of the ruins who will be not too happy with your intrusion. And I have here a time slot of 10. That'd be a 10:13. That'd be a 28 minutes in. When it says for the first part, I'm going to be using time stamps, which are for clips, which are not very precise. I keep using theater mode, but in actuality, it is best to keep it on the small setting where you actually can keep a precise timer if you want to keep track of these.
Put the stick in your butt.
The mists that kind of crawl across the floor.
These would be imprecise.
Suddenly swell.
You went back too far.
Self and two cards that say fills your periphery. Let's figure out who they are. So we have 5 cards that say you are yourself and 2 cards that say you're a doppelganger. So we just need to shuffle these together and shuffle them up.
I feel like I have this problem where I'm a nervous
one of us
laugher.
is gonna be
I'm a nervous laugher.
Makes you look guilty?
You makes me look guilty.
I know.
No matter what.
No matter what.
I'm gonna look like a liar.
I'm calling it right now.
What?
I definitely know a doppelganger is going to be Sam.
But how do you know that it's
100%.
random?
I just know.
All right,
Sometimes
so-
you get a peek into the future.
Don't
Here.
keep them down, man,
Keep
because
them
we
down.
can sort of see
That's
under
fair
them.
enough. I'll shuffle a little further. Alrighty.
We all know you're guilty of something.
Who wants
Maybe
to cut
that's what
this
it
for me?
is.
I'll
I'm
cut
just
it.
always paying
cut
for
it?
my past sins.
Future face stitcher.
Alrighty.
You're farting on the internet.
We'll start over here.
Do not touch it.
Now don't look at it yet.
Don't look at it, Allison!
Don't look at it.
I won't look at it, but I will touch it and hold it.
There you go.
Don't let me see, don't let me see.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Look at it.
Why would I know?
Already good.
Already?
And then
Because of how close the second one on
there
this
you go. Now
playing,
everyone hold it
playing,
quietly.
and quite frankly, this whole screw is kind of
Now when we look at it, don't look at it yet. Ashley, don't look at it. It's okay. When you look at it, it'll tell you if you're yourself, and give you and it'll give you an overview of kind of your goals for this. If it says you're a doppelganger, it'll give you your separate goals as well as point out what kind of 1 or 2 traps that exist on this that can be used at your disposal.
So everybody stare at their card for a long time so nobody knows.
Do what you're gonna do.
There's
Doppelgangers
equal
will-
amounts of writing on both
Okay.
to make sure that you're all reading at the same pace.
It's
So
so easy for me to read Laura's cards, and I will. So
I
do
know.
we want to have everyone cover
Kinda
their
should we
eyes
like
while
scooch back or something?
one at a time?
sure.
Yes.
You ever played poker before? Guard your
No,
shit.
I know, but we're just so close to each other.
Also,
Sure.
read your stuff.
There's a
down.
reason
Everybody
they use
elbows
round
on
elbow
tables.
with fellow
Alrighty,
Everybody
then.
close your eyes.
Wait, close our eyes?
Everyone look that way.
Okay.
All right.
It's less
And
of an angle.
yes, yeah. And Taliesin, look at your card.
I see.
Don't look at Taliesin, Marisha.
Wait, we're not
Look at
looking
Taliesin.
at Taliesin.
Okay.
All right.
But I come up one.
All right.
Okay. Taliesin looks that way. You guys keep
Yeah.
looking that way.
So-
Okay.
Laura, don't use
It
the
has-
one in the back of your head.
Making this, I think.
All right. No, so it tells you your objectives, and then it
Actually
tells
got a long time
for the doppelgangers. It tells you a couple of keywords
I can hear
that'll
your
help you with the
heart
battle.
also-
reasoning, O'Brien.
Don't
All right,
give
so
them
Liam, they got
reactions,
yours?
They don't
Yes.
All right. Now
Laura's
you look
turn.
away from Laura.
Nobody.
This
It
Laura.
took you a long time to read that, Liam.
You look away from me, hubby.
I don't know who these are too, so I'm kind of
Yeah, Laura's
interested
reading.
in reading as well. Okay. Now, have a look away from Ashley. Ashley, read your card.
Look away.
We're never allowed to look at Ashley.
It's Sam, isn't it? It is Sam.
Okay.
I didn't even look.
Everyone look away from Marisha.
Oh,
Look away from
sorry.
me.
I was thinking.
I think I know.
About doppelganger stuff?
I know already. I know already.
Okay.
The paranoids are
Okay.
sitting.
Now everyone look away from
already know.
Travis.
So fast,
I
Marisha.
How do you already know?
I feel like I already know.
Okay.
Spirit.
All right. Now I will go ahead and present.
This is
Oh.
full
Oh, wait.
confirmation. bias.
This combat is brought to you by WizKids Minis. Darrington Brigade is available for pre-order. Heed the call to adventure alongside
call.
Heroes of Exandria. The Darrington
As the mist subsides,
pre-order this unforgettable set.
to bring the located around.
No!
As the mists As the mists pull away, you see you all have now been translocated around equally around this central pool. The ruins around you, the doppelgangers and Anamori no longer in sight. You know that two among you are not who you appear to be. And somewhere in this are three branches. Now you get to decide the best way to find and retrieve them and bring them back to place them by hand into this pool.
They're on this map, though.
They're on this map,
Okay.
but you need to look for them. You're not visually there right now.
Okay.
You have to search for them, and if you succeed in investigating, perceiving, or uncovering where they might be, then I will place them on the map, and you will have it at your disposal.
And we can use all of our powers and everything.
Yes, yes. The doppelgangers, and in this pace of illusion, the doppelgangers can still create the image of them using the capabilities of their friends, and psychically, you respond to it by believing that it's true.
We're in a
Wait,
fever dream.
the doppelgangers can make us believe a branch is not a branch?
No,
Or
they-
they're not a branch
They
is a
can
branch?
believably
They can-
do
Don't try and
form
throw us off the tree. You
They
fucking
can, they
doppelganger.
can, they can make, they can make you believe that they're casting the spells that your friend can, or they can make you believe that they're, healing someone, and you will respond to it in this illusory space as if it was true.
Got it,
So
got
you have all of your abilities at your disposal,
Matrix.
whether you're yourself or you're a doppelganger. So,
Okay.
trying to trick
before-
each other into not using your abilities isn't how you suss this out. This is going to be about communication. This is going to be about asking questions. This is going to be about watching what they do
Battle Royale.
and trying to throw off the scent if you are the doppelganger, however you feel like it. However, because of that scenario, because you are actively working together and against you at the same time, we will be acting in a loose initiative order. I would like everyone to.
Loose initiative means they'll have initiative things and stuff, like they'll have their initiative things and stuff, but they won't quite know who the sides are. Anyway. Because of I'm not sure if they're just joking around, but a lot of them were kind of like conveying these jokes about you are don't get to Marisha. So I think some of them honestly thought because of how quick she read. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of was starting to think but then quickly forgot that no wait, that would make sense. The doppelgangers would have had extra objectives and stuff like they need to, so they would take longer to read. They already know what their characters' objectives are because they would have been fully explained. It makes sense if character would suddenly knew extra objectives. So she was the first one I truly cleared. She was the first one I thought on the list of probably not. I probably not a doppelganger. It probably was a doppelganger. At the beginning, I was not going to make any full commitments, but I was ready to put her on the under least suspicion. They start looking around. Fern, like one of the earlier ones in the thing, triggers a trap where Bull and Vines go and snag her stuff. And these have like long, like several inch things. So just been grappled. She takes 16 piercing. Um, and Ashley came up with the idea that they all just, at least for the first branch, travel together. That way they go check up each other, keep each other in check, and have better chance of stitching out actual inconsistencies, like you'll stay together. And if one of them try to, because if they lose even but one branch, and they're gone. So at least they can also get more security for the second one with more legitimate player characters. Going good grief, there.
No matter what form you're in.
I feel like
Yes, I love you.
All right.
I love you too.
Oh.
No matter what form you're in.
I feel like you're a doppelganger right now.
What?
Horrible! Horrible! Just leave!
It might as well have been it might as well have been the body snatchers moment.
Holy shit!
I'm so.
You're start
I
crying. Here come the tears.
I am historically so bad at werewolf. This is what happens
Oh god, that's true.
every
She's
time.
admitting defeat. She's admitting defeat.
All right, we got one
All
already.
right. Oh no.
You're letting one go free.
Where are you standing? Where's Laudna? Is she in here?
Yeah. Like I said, no timestamps are just like a single thing and just wait till you know. But anyway. One of them did ask like, wait. I think it was almost like, wait, where are the originals? Like, if we do have two double, where are the captain? Someone pointed out, what does it matter? They're not part of the content. That's like, even if they knew where they were, as they called out them, they would not be. If they tried to rejoin, they would be. Everyone would just prevent it, or just tell them that they forfeit the. F.C.G does a perception check to check if any of the plant life or surroundings seem to shimmer and stuff, may indicating it's an illusion. And he's getting a little bit of a shimmer, like maybe instant stanceability in several plants nearby. Technically, a werewolf manages to back through a doorway, just as back what Jessica said, and immediately travels up another bramble trap, which he manages to avoid. I think if you avoid it, it resets. But if you do catch it, and then break out, it does. They do actually disappear. And he runs off and triggers another trap. This time, he triggers some purple wells which come past spray this green. They have it release a green spray which it actually does acid damage. I think like 23 acid damage. Like, oh. And avoid. And he avoids being. He has a turn as he triggers another trap, but avoid and manages to avoid being grappled again.
Looks like they're up to any funny business.
And Travis has another trick.
Funny business. Got it. Okay.
What you looking for, Travis? What you looking for?
He's become the kickest character.
A rat.
All you're gonna find is leave-in conditioner at this point. But okay, Travis.
All right, so you summon him there.
Okay.
You're such an asshole.
Stop it, Sam! Can I skitter over here to this column?
No.
You're gonna skitter
Don't
over?
laugh at him.
And then I'm gonna cast spider climb and climb up. Oops.
It's okay.
Can I climb
Fucking
up to
touch
this
my
one?
mini.
Is that what you'd like to do?
Imagine if he did it, one that didn't know he's behind him, and it just
So-
Well, he was already out.
and pump it
Okay.
hit his nose like that.
Tastes good.
Just
Tastes
enjoy
good.
it.
You spider climb and you climb up there,
Alright,
up on top, and you kind of have this look over.
Alright, that's my line. Now, here's something I would like to say. Like, at this point, we've already had, so Travis has his first turn. And once he did that, like, I had a thought previously, and I even managed to get it into chat right before it turned. And when his turn actually completed, I was like, so he's like became top of my suspicion list. And the suspicion being that he is because even it like previously, so one of them I think Imogen had tried. I'm actually not sure. No, wait, she didn't try. No, wait, that hasn't happened yet. But anyway, he at the first level of Blood Hunter, you get Hunter's Bane, which allows you advantage on perception checks against certain types of creatures, including Fae. And we see them sort of almost as an extra sense, like detecting their presence. And he didn't try using that. Now, you could say that he thought, well, he's probably protected, and it probably was. Like, if he had tried it, it would have probably had some way to prevent it, so it won't. But it would have still been worth a shot just to go confirm. So the fact that he didn't do it was like setting off so many alarm bells. Let's see. Laudna in like one of the lower patches thing uses Wither or Bloom to and strips it clear, and then they see a little altar thing with a basin on top, and in it they find their first branch. Mm-hmm. Hey, so they got one down. All they need to do is get this to the pool. Okay, so that's 10.
And there's a white branch underneath it?
Pillar. A little
You see,
There it is.
They found them.
space right there, completely overgrown, is a tiny little basin altar with a little white branch that kind of sits within.
Oh, I see it. I see it, Chetney. It's near you.
All right, that finishes letting us go. Then Orm, you're up with Fern on deck.
I call out to Fern. Fern!
Yeah.
When you and I attended the 22nd annual Byroden Forever pageant, what did Cinna Brightbow throw at me when I was tied up on stage?
Yeah, Ashley.
I'm gonna say a pie.
A dick.
I don't remember what I had for breakfast. I think it was really a...
It was.
That's wrong, but I think it's still you.
Wait, what was it? What was it again?
Axes! And I leap off of the arch down into that room behind me
Here.
to look around, and I'll spend an action investigating in that room.
I think
In
she's
that
just
room.
really good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Ashton goes, manages to reach the branch, and takes it to the pool. He touches it, but finds that there is currently a invisible barrier pools preventing them to be being placed there in there. So I think so. They presume that was that they must toss them together. That they all must go in, like drop them in all the segments in at the same time. Let's see, where was it? Unfortunately, while he's right there, another trap springs. Like it is the purple flower trap, and in the spray he takes I forget how much pep, and the branch actually takes a point of damage, which freaks out, especially when they find out that each branch, each segment, has 3 hit points. All right, each branch can, meaning if the and they find out that the save he did to protect it, it causes him to have only 1. If he had failed, it would have 2. Meaning, if he gets hit by another trap and fails, that would finish it off. And I would like to remind you all that they only if but one of the segments is destroyed, and this trial is failed. So yeah, tensions are high. Okay, and then we get to a new turn for Imogen, who does like what Chetney should have done, and used the to try something out, even though it's probably not going to work, because just to make sure it wouldn't, and cast detect thoughts to try to. There is a bit of sacrifice protected, but at least she was willing to try. So I was so that's 1 over a Chetney for being more likely original. So it failed, but at least you tried. I forget what that was about. And then we get to an F.C.G turn where he casts Speak with Animals. And talks to this. For him, I think it was talking to a squirrel, or a face squirrel, which had no face, but its whole head like sort of split into a mouth. Parents suddenly. They told him, "Is there any trees here that they should watch out for? That just like trees they had trouble with, trees that may not be real." He points out a few. It also says like the walls aren't very good. Like, so all the big walls have some form of trap on them. Probably those flower traps. And he said, "Thank you. I'll give you nuts later." And they're all, which says, give it a very gross. Hey, get nuts up. They box in the shells just so you know. Then it looks at us and says, "Hey, he's gonna bring nuts later." And you see many more eyes. Like, you're wondering, is this gonna be a problem later? An actual problem? Mm-hmm. Oh wait, I think I was supposed to show you that one. Too bad.
One of these two has been a little hard to jump around in.
Thank you. Thank you. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Kenny.
Well, smiley day to you, Kenny.
Smiley day to you too, little metal man. And the mouth goes, like, kind of smiles, but it looks awful.
Amazing. If I find some nuts, I'll bring them to you.
I look forward to
I wish I read the about
It sends into the shadow, its eyes glowing in the darkness.
Okay, one of them trees over there might be...
You hear,
he's bringing nuts.
and a bunch of other glowing eyes up here in the nearby
Whoa.
trees.
Whoa.
There's now like 24 up there that all kind of look hungrily in your direction.
What's going on?
Okay,
All
I
right.
guess that's all I can probably do.
We get to another chutney turn, and this time he actually uses a class feature. Just not the one we think he should be using. Grim Psychometry to check out like the history, but they use that to look at it. He was able to do a turn again. They told him that if he wants he could take a few more turns to get very accurate stuff, or he could try using a per check to see if he gets it. He actually does a good check and gets it, and sees how this place came to ruin, which was far more past when these far farther in the past than when the the branch segments were placed there. So what will you? At this point, I'm also wondering. I'm really wondering though what this magic item will be. Clearly, it's going to be random stuff, but what more? Oh, and then there'll be. Ooh.
A
Poison.
a
poison
spray in an area.
So that's like this is up. I
That's a
think
spell
shock
effect.
grass.
But that's
sure.
we don't know. What do you want to do?
I think it would
It's
hurt
also
it.
blanched and petrified already, so
This one-
maybe nothing would happen to it.
How do you know
I
so much
also
about these
used
branches?
necrotic energy around it to
No.
disrupt
This
to
the-
like melt the plants, and that didn't hurt.
Oh, what the?
It
True.
was in a
Frick.
box, right?
No, it was on top of
It
the
was on
box.
top of the box.
But that's necrotic energy.
What's on top of the box?
What do you want to do?
Electricity.
What's near the box?
It's not bug. Okay, well, then
Do you trust us? Then
Of
put
course.
down. Then put down the gun. Put down the gun.
Okay.
all
oh,
right.
shut
Well,
up.
I'll tell Pate. Hold on to him for dear life and just keep screaming until.
What do you want to do?
Hit him with that real
What
sticky.
what hurt the
sticky
branch
dot.
previously was
Why did
a
Poison.
A spray and an arrow.
So that's like this is.
Uh,
I think
spell
shocking
effect.
grass.
But that's
sure.
We don't know. What do you want to do?
I think it would
It's
hurt
also
it.
blanched and petrified already, so
This one-
maybe nothing would happen to it.
How do you know
I
so much
also
about these
used
branches?
necrotic energy around it to discover to like melt the plants, and that didn't hurt it.
It
True.
was in a box, right?
No, it was on top of
It
the
was
box.
on top of the box.
But that's necrotic energy.
What's on top of the box?
What do you want to do?
Electricity.
What's near the box?
It's not bog. Okay, well, then.
Do you trust us? Then
Of
put down.
course.
Then put down the gun. Put down the gun.
All right, well, I'll
Maybe that's what
I'll
she's
tell
using.
Pate.
Anyway, afterwards, this sort of weird owl-like creature, but with a tentacle in its mouth, so it comes and uses that tentacle to go and grapple F.C.G and carry him off. He has no luck with the aliens. At this point, due to rereading rules and like how well he's been taking damage. Technically, these are trap damages, not attack damages. So Matt decrees that his Ashen Rage should have ended and is now ending. He now activates his another rage. Oh, hang on. Going back a while before the guns bit, I now remember this Fey-like entity with long ears and stuff and kind of a blanket. Like, drops off on the thing. Well, yes, now I remember about that. But yeah, while Ashen was in the pool, goes and manages to snatch the branch they already found out of his hand and run off. And they have to go chase them down. But they're very careful not to damage him because that's what she was debating about, like gun stuff. They're trying to figure out how to attack this creature without hurting the branch segment. Afterwards, the predator goes up and basically gives all like big swipes to get him, like 3 of them. And he rolls damage to do heavy, and he finds out that the first one was taking out this. The second one just slams the corpse to the wall like he has massacred it. The branch is fine. And
Herbal essences
Nothing at the
wither and
moment, no.
bloom.
This is like full contact Minecraft right now.
yeah, because they're
Whoa,
destroy all
what do you need?
the real
Go
stuff.
fly over to F.C.G. and see if he's squishy.
F.C.G is currently still being grappled thing, so they're going to see if the thing is actually digging into him, or whether he actually has hard armor, or if he's or if it's actually giving way and just it's actual flesh.
Send him across the map.
Yeah.
That's some sus activity on your part.
Oh, you mean for the one who might be sauce?
All right.
I think it was at this point, or maybe a little bit before, I started getting another theory, which I started big on Chetney being one of them. This alternative theory just started to come, and as the episodes go on, it's stronger and also would make very much sense. That theory is to be explained later.
As you're both like looking at each other, kind of eyeing each other, you hear
Geronimo!
as F.C.G dive bombs right towards you. Go ahead and make an attack for F.C.G. or for him against Pate
I
against
just want
FCG.
him to attack.
Yeah.
But
It's an attack roll to check him.
Do it.
This
okay.
is the least trustworthy thing you've ever done to me.
That can't be true.
But F.C.G. would son of a bitch. Wait, what is happening?
Just
right
roll
now?
a dice.
Okay, I don't see his attack.
Well, anyway, it misses, so it doesn't hit, and it's like, it doesn't hit, but it does call FCG to says, "Why are all these birds after me?" A Chetney rummages from a bush to try to find anything, and finds what appears to be a wasp nest. A very familiar looking wasp. If you remember last episode, it's the Thunder Wasp. And because he's got such high check stuff, he's able to spot them before they're disturbed and just goes slowly backs away. It was also fun to say that those were done in action. And then another spell is cast.
Do you have a branch underneath you that you're covering?
Oh,
Not here. Not here. You?
Hey.
They're just there on the ground.
It didn't really do anything with the stone shape. Wait. So you.
But you
wait,
watched FCG walk through it and was unharmed, but no one searched them. No one said anything to them. They're just there on the ground.
Okay.
got one
Those
doppelganger.
over there, I'm gonna speak with plants.
Okay.
What a useful thing to do.
So you cast Speak with Plants.
Hey.
What? What? Hi.
Do you have a branch underneath you that you're covering?
Not here. Not here. You? No. How about you? No, not me. No.
Are you telling the truth?
I don't know how to talk otherwise, right? Right? Me
Yeah.
neither. Have you lied? What's a lie? I don't know. Yes.
All right.
Matt
Can you ask some
created
friends around and
choices.
see if there's any, branch hiding anywhere within a. Let me see how far I can do this.
I think it's just.
Oh, I can do this for 10 minutes.
Yeah, you can keep talking to other
So I'll
plants if
just
you want
kind of
to.
like walk around and keep talking to some.
They're both like,
plants.
well, we'll have a few friends. We don't get around very much. Kind of stationary, being plants.
Oh.
We'll go talk to the friends over there. Oh, God, they're burning! And they look over at the flames crackling over here.
Don't look over there! Don't look over there! It's okay. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
No mortality.
All right. I'm just gonna pass through you if you don't mind.
Oh, it's okay. I just wasn't ready. It's okay. Shh.
It's all right.
Wade through. There's the bramble wall this way.
Yes. Let me talk to the bramble wall there, may I?
Okay, yeah, you can walk in there.
Hey.
What?
Whoa.
Oh my god.
That is some dude. Do you have a little branch, a white branch underneath you? A branch?
Oh, but you look mighty tasty. Come
Okay.
closer. Come on. Let's give you a hug.
I'll give you a hug if you got something in there. Can you like move your legs,
Which one is she talking to?
your bottom bits?
This one here.
Let me just see like. Can I peek?
Do you come forward to peek in?
Sure.
All right. You step up. As you come closer, it goes like, perfect. And the vines, shh. The ones.
and she's yet again grappled in one of those bramble traps. To be fair, I think she's did it. She knew this how to went in anyway, just so she could feel around with her foot. Just destroy the bloody thing. Over there. Thankfully, Ashenwood comes in on his next turn and does some major pruning and releases her, taking out the trap. Imogen on one of her attacks to clear some stuff gets a natural 20. Or was that an inside check? Well, I think it was an attack. It cleared some stuff, and with that they managed to uncover the second branch. And then 57.
And
ground.
I am going to, for my movement, can I fly down and grab it and fly back up?
Sure. Imogen flies down, grabs the branch, and flies back up. You now have an ivory branch.
One more.
Me?
She's got it.
I'm so trustworthy. I'm trying to keep it away from that one.
What? I didn't do anything.
Oh, Ashley, stop it. Little rascals over here.
Come on.
Okay, it's clearly F.C.G. That's fine anyway.
I just feel like everyone's looking at me.
I still thought it was. Quick note: at this point, I still had my suspicions about Chitney, but at this point, the newer theory I mentioned was getting big ground, and at that point, I was thinking was the more likely outcome.
All right, so you still have about how your fly speed is 30?
My fly
60?
speed is 30.
Fly spell 30. Yeah. So that
Anyway, and then we have a.
It's hard to.
But then I
look
gotta
anywhere
find
near
Matt.
it. Go
Do you
ahead
still
and
have the
text
owl's
me
wisdom?
if you don't mind. If you are you or a doctor.
Laura.
There's an insight check, and this is where we found. Yes, we also learned that when someone's doing an insight check to try to determine if someone else is a double, Matt, in order to hide since that's we'll actually roll for them. They just have to text him. Well, he has all their stats, so they text him what the whether they are or not, and he will roll and determine whether or not the insight failed or not.
Stop smiling so much.
Don't look at her text. Don't look at the text.
But
Don't
then I
look
gotta
anywhere
find
near
Matt.
it.
Insight.
I know where the letters
23.
are. on the
Shit,
keypad.
wait,
I'm
oh,
watching
I
my
almost
fingers.
just texted some random Matt.
Just texting a random at deception.
What?
It's hard as you can't see her far thumb.
Her far thumb.
You tapped it.
Left.
23.
23. You believe her. Meaning, you don't think she's deceiving you?
Laura,
You clearly think that she is being honest.
Laura.
Did some
feel like she's
ex-high
still
school
in- I feel like
boyfriend
she's
just get a
still in
text
there.
that said they're on to me?
Do you need asylum?
I believe her. I trust her. God damn it, I trust her. All right. Is that my action?
I'll say it's your action to like get a good beat in conversation on somebody to read them. Like it takes a moment to do so. But you can say what you want. You can do anything quick and move 10 more feet if you want.
Say.
They look around the phone. They notice that there seems to be a specific growth of trees that seem to have an instanceability or something, like shimmering maybe. So they check it out and locate the third and final branch. It is here that tensions are getting high because if the doppelganger is going to really make a move, now's the time. One of them play. I believe it was Chetney. He places the branch he was holding in the bag, in the bag holding us, and for storage, safe storage to the pool, as which does give him points of credibility of being the actual Chetney. And then one of them F.C.G, who is once again caught by so this time Bramble stuff. They check and they go up and check to see if he's bleeding because F.C.G being out tongue wouldn't bleed, but a chainsaw, double gamer would. Pretty much. And the check ends in a whisper. One first of a few whispers for insights, as the suspense builds. Yes, and now we get into the actual part of it where I actually have actual time slots because I remember that they would have it 2032.
I take the branch out and I'll hold my action and look at Orm and say like, okay. Waiting for you.
Okay, Chetney's turn is done. Laudna, you're up. There are 2 branches held out. There are a handful of people that are holding actions. There are eyes darting around. What would you like to do?
Now.
So Orm is the only one
What
left.
if none of us are the doppelgangers and we all are
Oh,
honest?
wouldn't that be a kick in the patootie?
You're the only one.
And honestly, since they mentioned that thing, that's actually the theory of it. That's it. I thought, wait a minute, what if there are no doppelgangers? And the point was to, despite the actual evidence against it, they still have to trust each other. It would make sense. Like the trust would be built if there was actually evidence showing you have to mistrust. So if despite all the evidence they still have to trust it, that would have been the best one. As they start thinking, I think all of them start thinking, wait, is that actually it?
One left.
It's just me.
And you're up next.
Not like this.
Not like this.
Not like this.
Basically, hold action while they're all waiting for the last one to get there to perform the. And on her next turn, Laudna summons her Hound of Ilum between I think was it Imogen and Orem and stuff like as a threat. Like it was like, oh shit! I was like, that made me very nervous and stuff. It's just as a safety measure. And I will say, I'm not sure if you could actually do that like this because I think you're supposed to actually have a specific target who the hound will relentlessly go after until either the target or the hound is slain. I don't think it's meant to wait. Like once its target's gone, it should disappear. But I'm not sure if you can actually summon without a target. And then we get to Orm's next turn. They got everyone there. And he goes to take something out. Instead of the branch, he takes out the Mongol True Essence. Because of the true name, he goes see if he can cheese it and just use the thick magic to see if any of them are actually Fays or have like the Fey magic transforming them. Kind of clever, but it's not there. The True Essence is like, this is not my. So, and it's kind of creating just more anxiety as if they could all just figure it out whether or not they they actually done everything right, and by just all getting ready and dropping them into the pool. So it creates another round of waiting, like and holding their actions to time the drop right. Ashton, not having a branch, goes into liberate F.C.G from the bramble trap he's in. And once he does, he says, "Now heal yourself." He goes, "Okay, but he only using a level 1 cure wounds." Okay, and then we get to it. They're all holding. Like the first, Chetney's holds. I forget if it was Image. I think it's Imogen holding it. The second one, or the other one, she holds action to wait. And Oren finally takes it out and says, on three. 1, 2, 3. They all drop in, and the barrier resistance work, but then lets them through, and they fall in, and suddenly they emerge reconnected. The trial is complete. And as the two doppelgangers step out of the shadows with Namori, yes, they were never replaced with doppelgangers at all. The trust, despite evidence, was the point of was the secret to the exercise. With that, the mist comes around stuff, and they all suddenly are back in Liquid standing around the circle, the table that they were before Namor sent them on the journey, and said, "Oh, that's good. Did you enjoy your nap?" Indicating that this was sort of like a dream vision quest all along. It was like, what? And that's when we go to break. There's the trailer for Asgard's Wrath 2, a short advertising panel for the WizKids minis, the Darrington Brigade minis, if you remember that one shot. Minis. There may have been more there was a mist. There may have been more between the minis and the mist trailer, but I had to go and refill my water cup, my water tankard. So there's that, and after the mist, the only there the standard every time they ads for what was it the soundtracks for Taldori, Wildmount and Wildmount. Critical Role song. Are a couple things like something for animated recaps, which I'm wondering if they'll ever start redoing because it's been a few. We're now up to episode 80. This is a point where they could start doing actual recaps, unless they're doing it somewhere else and I just don't know it, which would suck. Where is the Campaign 3 recaps? And finally, we have the Critical Role Twitch sub ads, for subscriptions and stuff. This is specifically the one where it is where it is Sam realizing that this whole thing is a conspiracy to get him to do another sub ad and subred, and which he's getting tired of doing all the time, and he's freaking out it's a good does. But it ends up all being a dream. He said, "I have a new idea for things." No, we're not going to do it. No. Meta is oh. And that's how we go to the final art gallery of arts of Alexandrian art. While we wait countdown and the episode resumes. Let's take 249. Yep, there's
together now.
Communication, honesty.
We're really a team.
Did you catch all that?
What'd he say?
Anyway, I had a question.
Mm-hmm.
Which bits did I come up with, and which bits did you come up with?
Well, you certainly provided the seeds to each of these, and I just kind of ran with them.
Got it. Do you? I feel like the lessons might have come from me. At least I hope so. But the way we got there didn't feel like me, but maybe it was.
It was a collaboration, and
It was fun.
just got a little excited in some places.
Sure.
But nevertheless, the work isn't done. You've just begun the journey of reforging the bonds between.
Anyway, yeah. So and they're wondering, wait, since that was later, after they wonder, wait, if it was a dream, does that mean if Orm on the with no safety net trial of communication would have fallen in, he would have still actually been fine. They just would have woke up, which is and then she just looks at them and they look down and realize all their clothes and stuff have tears from the last trial. So even if it was just a dream, the psychic things was recreating actually. So Orm still actually could have died. The only difference is they were just woken up and just saw his body there. And I was like, that's terrifying. Hey, I swear. And it's like, and this time Ashton also reveals his thoughts on the group, like how the team is and like the party. And says like he knows what he does best, but he says, "Let's face it, we're nothing but a bunch of time bombs. Like, like we're just like one thing away from like either like F.C.G. Like getting too much stress and going nuts and killing, and, and Chetney having his one bad night and actually going after someone, losing control and lose." Let's hang on. There's someone. Okay, Ashen. Okay. Um. Um. Of image of Laudna succumbing to the temptations of Delilah. Fern like stealing the wrong item. Of Imogen actually listening to her mother. Orm's got his little problems, but seems to keep it in check well, so he's not too worried. And stuff. And he just had to get that out of the air, like, and quite frankly, he's right. I think they needed this more than they knew. Like he was just the first one to really crack and do something real like this, but they're all like stuff. Like, Laura puts in and says, "Well, they're going to mission soon and stuff." Talks about this, like she talks about why it should be them going on because all the other big players on their side, like going against have already had an established history of fighting with the Vanguard, like against what there's going on. So and much more well known. So they're more expecting like the next act to be like all some of the bigger players, the bigger fish on the anti-Predathal side, coming doing something like this. Bell's House is a relatively new to the conflict, and is less on even if they were one of the primary people forces attacking during the Battle of the Red Center. So the Vanguard will be expecting them less. And Imogen asked the group at large her thoughts something like she's always wondered what if the one way to help out is that when she gets the urge of the red moon, she doesn't fight but gives in. I was like no, don't do it on Rudis, please. You're the chance. This is that it's gonna be whatever it's gonna be much longer. Asking on that is far increased because you're at the center of the power. I was like, I absolutely do not think she should get in because because next time she goes, we have no idea. Like if there's a little moon, we have no idea what it'll take to get her back to normal. Should she give in? Then they talk about like maybe trying it once again while there's still the Feywild and recover, and also have the option of having a swift recovery and going back to nearly just after when they entered the Feywild to retrying their plan and on it's with the spark of Rashawn with the original intended Fern, they admits like they really wanted her to have it because I think she would be most likely being the most attuned with fire. And after all the trust, I think Fern's a little bit more confident in this decision. Like originally, she was like one of the reasons she went with Ashton's plan was that she really did want it. Like she didn't want to be tempted by the power, but I think she's willing to try more now that and there's new trust in the group. Uh, uh, they talk about like a topic who gets what. They also decide for trying to figure out how to do up the new magic items and like who should get which item and whether or not they should make room in their current inventory by giving their items to someone else. First off, they need to learn what the branch does, which it's like a +1 spell focus. Though I think the +1 may be just for damage. Also, so every time you use to cast a spell for healing, and you can add an extra D. What was it again? A D4 to the heal to how much HP they heal, which is why, of course, they eventually give it to F.C.G, the primary healer. Healer and that I think F.C.G gives back the staff dark arts to Imogen and stuff like that through. I forget who they actually said they gave the scarf to, which was the uh, communication thing. But I think they were last I remember was them talking about giving to Chetney. I was like, well, certainly might actually go with his new tracksuit look. Yeah. The monocle, I think they're keeping it with Orm stuff. I know they're not giving it to F.C.G because he's getting the brand, and also he already has a built-in magical item for that. So his own like one's his scour thing. And one of them puts the harness on Fern. They're going to do this. Oh boy. I think they give it a little bit more of a rest to make sure they're ready for this. They decide to go do this in the guard. The consultant MRA who's excited, like, oh, you're actually doing this? Oh. And suggests they go do it in the garden. And they start the preparations, like buffing her up. Like one of them gives her a death ward. F.C.G uses like enhance ability to give her what's it called? Bear's endurance to give her a plus thing to conjure. It gives her some temporary hit points. That's nice. But unfortunately, the plus to constitution is to constitution checks. It won't help with saves. And as they're going, a gathering starts occurring. 3.
And you watch as various creatures start emerging from the nearby
Perfect
wood
timing.
and landing on branches. Many strange little birds themselves with pincers that seem to emerge from their beaks and the singular set eye in their forehead, all kind of gather in a cluster to watch. You see as bumpers down from the undermuck, the weird fur and like oily antlered crocodile kind of like finishes a long steady march up through the tree and kind of emerges. He's like did not like the ascent through the tree, but like comes to watch on the ground. Kind of shake some of the muck off that splatters around. You watch as Sweet Pea, the sun bear, arise with this big old scraggly beard. I was told to come watch, so I'm gonna keep an eye.
All right, thank you, Sweet Pea.
And the creepy sun bear stare. You watch as Dr. Nesbit, Peepers, all manner of the beings and creatures that you grew up with all come to witness this as a circle of friends, familiar and unfamiliar, all gather throughout the garden.
As they continue to buffer her, F.C.G's sympathetic minds, Orm takes out the potion of heroism that he got at in Whitestone at the branch of Gilmore's, and gives her. Unfortunately, like one thing he does is gives her a nice load of temporary hit points, but she already has them, and they don't add stacks to that. But does give her advantage on all saves, so that is something they'll need. And Fern casts Oral Life on himself to enhance the healing. And as they're preparing to take, and as Chetney takes out these set of pliers or things like and stuff to safely grasp the spark. These, by the way, pliers were said to have not been in the bag of holding, and so we shall not speculate where he was keeping them. And there, and as they're about to take it out, Imogen takes Lana and sort of gives her a hug. She lit her eyes. So to keep, because we know, because she did admit that uh, that Delilah wants the spark. And says, and as the spark emerges herself, she did hear the in her mind and said, "Now's the time," and is forced to make a wisdom check to prevent her being forced to steal it, which she makes. So that's one problem. She Imogen casts calm motion with her advantage on the save, so that helped. And it's a go. With Kitty placing it, lifting the spark to the just in front of the funnel of the hornet of the contentious ray, and it suddenly hovers midair there, and it starts being absorbed. She takes immediately a little bit of damage. Stuff. And then, but not enough there. She also right now has the ring of the magnus, which will allow her to reduce fire damage by a certain amount, and so by a certain amount of dice rolls, and then per charge, like each charge allow her to use like three I think it's like 3d6 or something. I forget. I'll look. And hang on. But I'm not sure what his look is right now. So, yes, volcanic flesh. It has a +1 to their armor class, and it has 3 charges, which regained after a long rest. The wearer can expend a charge when taking fire damage to reduce damage by. Oh, it's just 2d6. And can also expend. Well, their only interest right now is the 2d6 minus 2d6 to fire damage. So after the first time she uses it to reduce the first one, then she does another one, and for each one she has to make 2 con saves, like first for to maintain concentration on spells, then one to not die. Thankfully, the DC seems to be a little lower because it's not trying to enter a body that already has a primordial power source in it, like actions. And after the first concentration check, it fails, and she moves lower. Though I think she did get at least one good use out of it. And stuff. And next thing, she takes 21 fire damage, and uses another the second charge of the to reduce it. Quick healing word from F.C.G. with a branch to get at the 1d4. Fern is starting to be lifted off the ground. There's a glow to her, stuff. She goes. We keep going. She takes 32 fire, and FTG falls in a 5th level cure wounds for 33 health. So she had one more hit point than she had at the start. Mm-hmm. I think he's trying. She does another thing. And FTG does a gamble. With I think the way he takes damage away from someone can like half damage and takes that himself, but he warns them that this will probably sell off. As soon as it takes it, he is nuts, and thankfully he did warn them in advance that this probably would set off, and so Chetney goes and you manage to use a blood curse of on him to keep him in place with uh, to freeze him in place, and so he can't die. And what was I going to say? I believe. Oh, if you're wondering how it's working around, he used an amplified version for this. And at some point, someone casts silence on F.C.G. so he couldn't distract her with all the threats he's suddenly making now that he's over the edge. And Fern's there, the transfer started. Her hair, which was starting to like fizzle in and stuff, is now flowing out. Stuff is either a fire or very fire-like. There's flames on her horns and stuff. She takes 34 fire damage, and in order to make sure she keeps healing, because one thing they forgot to calculate is that when F.C.G went over the edge and stuff, he went into kill mode, which means they no longer have the access to their best healer. And Lana casts Wither and Bloom and stuff, draining the life of the garden around it and it's causing flame lines to shoot out and wrap around her to revive her. Though as they approach, they immediately light flame. It still works. It just looks. Down. Fern's horns are light up like stuff like. There. Her eyes are just pure orange light. On her. She doesn't have feet right now. It's just like a flame things. Like think like a what's it, the Ifrit or something? Ifrit or the fire version of a genie. I think they have that. Fern takes another 28 fire damage, but then uses a 5th level Cure Wounds on herself to heal. The garden is getting scorched and stuff. I forget if those, but they could notice that, like, actually, that's later, I'll tell you. And then she suddenly doesn't see the red, but has a vision of a giant flaming entity, like, around her, just looking down at her with a bit of sorrow and something like a look of this kind of legacy or something. Which this is what we assume to be a vision of Rashan the Flame Emperor. And then she has her the 10th and final check. She takes 41 fire, takes all the healing stuff. They don't heal it quite yet, but technically all the healing they had done before. This only brings it down so she still has at least 12 hit points left, and it was the final. So, any other vision, Rashan comes and embraces her. And as she goes, she seems to hug herself there, stuff, and then suddenly flames over herself. The bushes around are burned, and some of them bones are, because reminding us that these were once transformed individuals. Everyone else takes quite a bit of fire damage. And is now successful. They get a big what they described as a big card, and find out that because of this she now has a new feat. He doesn't explain that stuff, and I don't have much battery life left. There's stuff there, but there's one thing they've forgotten about. Oh shit!
You look amazing.
Yeah.
Wait, do a little flame
Uh-oh.
thing. I think it changed.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, F.C.G is still in kill mode.
Well, what's he doing?
19.
I right, go ahead and make an attack. No.
I go first.
Yep. All right, so as soon as he gets free, he starts rushing towards Fern.
It's been several rounds,
That is
to be fair.
true.
Yeah.
But let's say you hold it every round.
Of course, I'm protecting
Yeah.
her.
All right.
Okay, so that is a 20 to hit.
Hits.
Pushing attack towards the edge of the garden balcony.
Okay.
That is.
Are you not doing damage? You're just trying to hit him and push him back?
Sure.
Knock him out. You gotta knock him out.
Yep. I will. I'm gonna start thwacking him with the flat of
I
the
really don't know.
seedling's blade.
I think you have to knock me
So that's
out.
8 points of thwack damage.
Okay.
All right.
And you have to beat my DC of 17. Strength again.
Oh, strength? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. 18.
Oh, you beat it.
Oh, no.
Attack, it's even higher. It's 24 to hit.
Okay, he keeps doing cracks on him to keep him back. I think they try to do a calm emotions on him, but this is different from emotion. This is built up stress. And so it didn't work. More push attacks, and then
I know. Hold on. Where does it say?
Well, first off, when it reaches your stress limit,
sure.
you immediately gain temporary hit points equal to twice your cleric level.
So I get another 22 hit points.
Correct.
Okay, great. Feeling great.
And you have advantage on all attack rolls, and you move towards the nearest creature.
Hey, it's me.
But at the end of your turn, you make a wisdom saving throw, which is a DC equal to your current stress points.
Which is 17.
Correct.
Wisdom save.
Well, first, take your turn.
Okay, take my turn. Well, I've been pushed away from you by 15 feet.
30, I think.
30 feet. So,
So, he hit you, and then he closed the
pressing
distance.
hard.
You're 30 feet from her, but
so I'm closest to Orem?
yeah.
Yeah, I pressed you back.
Okay, I will attack Orem. Let's see what I'll do. Oh my god, what do I have? I will...
Worth it.
Jesus.
You have to make a weapon attack against them.
A weapon attack.
Yeah, you are
okay,
in
that
a
limits
berserk
things,
frenzy.
doesn't it? I will attack with the handsaw.
Go for it with advantage.
With advantage, okay.
as this goes, he goes and does like a hit stuff. Is it excessive? No. He goes, no, and then actually makes a save, and actually makes the wisdom save and goes, which is contradicts his previous statement and brings him out of it. That's a.
You did great.
You did great too. You fought past it, and you fought your demons.
Don't worry about me. I'm just proud of you.
Thank you.
It's been a while since we've seen Sam Rage.
Yeah.
I forgot how to do a lot of that. Thank you for hurting me.
Let's make that a last time, huh?
Sorry I said stuff to you guys.
You didn't mean it.
Maybe I did. I don't know.
You're literally on fire. Does that mean that we can't, like, come near you at all?
I hope not.
Can you control this?
Am I still on fire?
I'll walk up, like, and just try and touch her, like, knee.
Do you want him to be hurt? You allow him to touch your knee?
Yes.
Yeah. You touch her knee, and it's as hot to the touch as like a
I had to do a lot of that. Thank you for hurting me.
The 22 would have gone away already.
Yes.
And the rampage ends.
Yay! You just had to get it out.
That's what I was looking for.
Sorry.
Sorry,
Oh, shit.
Oh, what did I put?
I just pull a little fire out of my finger.
It ignites it when she touches it.
Yeah, I need this.
Oh my god.
I was crazy back
Get
there.
your
So yeah. So you. Oh my god. So
Whoa!
It's a cigarette.
So So in Fern's now like neutral form state, she's not made of pure flame. She's still Fern. There's just parts of her that emerge as flame, like the hair and like the glow, the flames out of the eyes and the tips of the fingers.
Yeah. Apparently the horns are going very battle right now. She even just like goes with those no hard feelings. Goes with actually goes it is all flames. To just as it does, the flame travels up lights. Up, and and he grows like a foot taller and stuff. And he's now, and apparently that was enough to activate the shard of Comort, the Earth Empress. So now he gets his big ass too. Apparently, one thing is that he can merge with Earth and stuff like just fall, and he does a little test like fall and merge, and merges stone up to like foot, so he's only like half submerged, like and stuff. Because remember, they're on a tree, so all the dirt is only goes so far down. So it would work if he had something deep enough. Oh. 401.
I need to see something, and I'm just gonna fall forward, like just face plant, and
Shit, that.
I
can't read my own handwriting.
Straight into the ground.
You watch as Ashton falls forward and like melds about half a foot before stopping because you are at the top of a tree.
Oh.
Shit. So it's almost like watching someone sink partway into the mud, but the mud is stone. And he like gets a couple, like 3 or 4 inches into the ground before.
Oh no! I got you!
Freshly transformed and odd gift accepted individuals begin to...
God, fitting. Also nightmare fuel. Trust me.
Fine.
No.
Well, and Nacho, basically, Fern and actually went off to go test their new powers like 2 giddy children. And it ends with saying that there is actually another aspect to this, like for a certain length of time after use, certain uses, they're very vague on this. Like there is a penalty or some sort of consequence. So, on that note, this episode ends, and with all that recap, oh shit, we come to the homebrew. I have actually 2 items I'll quickly go over. The Lumberjack's Boomstick. This is an axe, which is a historical thing where, like, early guns, like, it had thick barrels and stuff, actually had an axe head attached to it. And this gun, which I guess I didn't make attunement, is rare. The gun part is specifically a blunderbuss, like not too wide on top, but still like spray. Which, for forgetting, does 2d8 piercing and stuff on a target. So this is like old, like the precursor to the shotgun. It has a siege effect, which means to like items and objects and structures. It does twice damage. And it also does twice damage to plants type creatures. The axe, it's also considered a battle axe. Gets a 1d8 slashing for melee attack. Like when you can't have the luxury of loading. Like you get multi attack instead of like one. You can just go. So which would actually give you the same thing. Proficiency with about all of that there, and then there's just the general firearm rules, And now, and for the second item, we have the Holdout Sash of Warning. It like a weapon warning. It's like this magic item warns you of danger while your weapon is on your person. This is a attunement, which I did not actually realize about warning weapons, so I guess it makes sense. You have advantage on initiative rolls. In addition, you and any companions with the third of you cannot be surprised, except when incapacitated, but by something other than non-magical sleep. The weapon magically awakens you and your companions within range if any of you are sleeping naturally when the combat begins. This is actually, if you're wondering what Holdout Sash is, it's my makeshift moment, which is a cross combination of a sling and a whip, both of other things, and has the properties of both. I'll be making more Holdout Sashes with different magical properties too, but Holdout Sash could also be used as just a non-magical thing too. It's the thing is also made to look very nice, like usually multicolored stuff, so that you could just wear it as a nice belt so you can keep on you. Since the both weapons only do a D4 damage, even if one is and the range of a sling is pretty. Primary range of a ring is pretty low. This is like a backup weapon, a weapon of last resort. It's meant to look like be a surprise when we can pull out. But with that, this recap is done. I thank you for joining me. This is Free Narrator Reader Mancha, and I wish thee good fortune in the quest of life.